As you can see, that was a little bit of a struggle getting it in the garage here, but we have behind me a Ransomes Motor Triple Mk4, I think it is. Now, some of you subscribers who have followed the channel for a while would have seen this before. We did use it. I've actually cut all of our land with it, and it does a remarkably good job. The cut is 7 foot 2 inches wide, so you can cut a lot of grass in one fell swoop. Now, you might have seen these if you was in the UK back in the 70s, early 80s. These were used by the councils. They were used by local sports fields, schools. It's a gang mower, as in a reel mower. So the reels go round. You've got two on the front and you've got one underneath in the middle. So you don't actually run over any of the grass that you're cutting. The two front gangs cut the grass before the wheels go over it, and then the middle gang underneath cuts the grass between the front wheels. So you're not running over any grass that you're about to cut. So quite often you flatten the grass and then you try cutting it. Not the case with these. Now this is pre-hydraulic. This is the very last model of this range until they went to like hydraulic gangs that lifted up. This one, everything's manual. This is a 1986. It's got the latest engine in it. We'll have a look at it in a minute. It's the Kubota diesel engine, 2-cylinder. Now originally these came out of a mag diesel and a mag petrol engine. Yeah, but this is, say, the 2-cylinder Kubota engine. No gears, it's all done on pulleys and belts. There is 2 speeds for cutting. Now the reels actually, they don't start turning until you start accelerating. The flywheel that does the gearbox for the drive does the reels as well. So obviously the faster you go, the engine's going, the faster the reels go. So you've got 2 travel speeds. We've got 3 travel speeds. You've got cutting speed 1, cutting speed 2, and then travel speed 3. So when you've got all the gangs folded up, you can then put it into 3 and travel. Not that you'd want to go very fast on these things. Rear wheel steering, and it's quite sensitive. So what do we do today? We've got it in here. This is the next project. The Panda's almost done. I'm just waiting for a speedo cable for that, and I can actually probably fit that outside. So I thought, rather than sitting around twiddling my thumbs, it's going to rain this afternoon. This morning we've got the gang mower in, and we're going to start renovating it. Now it's not going to be a concours renovation or anything like that, but I want to strip it right down, find out why it's not driving forwards properly. It drives backwards lovely, but forward drive, it goes and then it starts clicking. Now, from what I've done a little bit of research, and from what I can remember from that research, because it was a few years ago, it's something to do with some fingers inside the gearbox that miss. They need a bit of an adjustment, or it's a clutch thing or something, I don't know. So the plan is, get all the gangs off, we're going to just renovate the lot. Anything that needs welding up, or if I can get replacement parts for it. There was when Ransomes finished making these, there was a company that bought up all their old stock. Whether they're still going or not, I don't know. There is some parts on eBay. If you've got any parts for these laying around in your garage at home, let us know. While the gangs are all down, we'll put the bonnet up and we'll have a quick look at the engine. There we go, a little Kubota diesel engine. Decompression lever, it's a bit sticky. Everything's all seized up on it. Just going to check the oil. If anything, there's a little bit too much in it, but if we can get it running, that'll be a good sign. Right, you've got to bear in mind, this hasn't been started for about 4 or 5 years. So I'm just going to do the glow plugs. Pull the decompression lever down. Give it a crank. Might need to get a bit of fuel. I don't know if there's any fuel in it. Decompression lever down. Go again. Sounds like it's almost there. Just give it a bit of heat. You have to turn the key anti-clockwise. Decompression lever down. Oh.
My God!
What's that, 4 or 5 years it's been sat there?
Gotta be.
Give it another whirl. I think towards you is fully on.
That way.
So yeah. She's got to get some fuel through, I think. Push it this way if you can.
Is that cable actually moving in there? Because it's going.
It's
really...
not the cable. It's the you're doing the throttle on the pump, so you're
Right.
forcing the cable.
That way.
For now.
Let's go.
Might not even be any diesel in it. All right.
Well, I was going to say. Is
But it starts. So it started. We didn't get it running sort of thing. All the throttle cables are all seized up. I don't know what state the diesel's in. That's the diesel tank up there where the light is. It's water cooled, 2-cylinder Kubota diesel engine. Yeah, fantastic bit of kit. If you've ever used one of these, they're very straight, rear wheel steering, and they do turn really sharp. But fantastic for going around trees and stuff, because the gangs just stick out, and you know you can get really close to things. Obviously you've got to be careful, because but the whole machine is so over-engineered. The digger couldn't even pick the front end of this up. That's a 1.6 ton Takeuchi. I think these about nearly 900 kilos, I think. It's got a fiberglass bonnet, so that's not what the weight is, but the chassis, the gangs, everything, it's just so solid and heavy and what have you. I'm going to put the battery on charge before I go back in tonight. We'll get the battery all fully charged up, and we'll maybe give it a go another day. But for now, that is it. We've got the Ransomes Motor Triple Mk4 in the garage. It's the next project. Hopefully you're going to like and subscribe and follow this little adventure, shall I say. Yeah, if anyone knows of any Ransom Motor Triple parts kicking about, someone's got some in the back of their shed or whatever, let me know and we'll see if we can come to an arrangement. One thing I've just realised, I did think about it before, it's old, it's British, nuts and bolts are Imperial. Nearly every single tool I've got is metric. I have got some Imperial tools. I've got Tina's granddad's old spanners and a socket set, but there's not, you know, they're not great, but they'll do the job in a pinch. So that's another thing that probably I'm going to be looking out for, some Imperial spanners and sockets. But I say, it's just such a fantastic mower. I say the council's used them for years and years. They used to cut the sides of roads with these. I think some of them were road registered. Obviously, this one wasn't. but it's so bloody heavy. Anyway, we're going to get into it. We're going to start stripping it down. I'll do videos on it as and when. Try to keep it interesting without boring people with, oh, we're going to take this nut and bolt off here and this nut and bolt off here. We're going to label that, blah, blah, blah. Well, you know, I'll do it methodically so that I know how it goes back together, but I won't bore you with all that nonsense. So if you enjoyed this video, we're back on the gang mower. I'll say back on it. I've never really done it. I put a set of belts on it and that's it, and we just used it. We had it transported over to Mum and Dad's house for Dad to use. It worked for a bit, and then the gears started slipping. It was all right on flat, but as soon as you started going up an incline, the gears started slipping. Had it transported to this house, and I managed to work out if I could jam the gear lever forward and put some mole grips on it so that it didn't come back. So there's just an adjustment somewhere, but we're going to strip it right down. Have a look inside the gearbox. I don't think they're that complicated. But yeah, hopefully you'll follow along this little series. And I know a few of you, if you're still watching that is, actually used to comment on the Ransomes Motor Triple, say, oh, I'd really love to see you doing that one up, this, that and the other. So here it is, we're doing it up. Hopefully you follow along. And yeah, please give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. And we'll catch you in the next video. Bye for now.